best damn book club on the internet. My name's Ryan Talmadge. That's Davis Crocker. If he's still here with me, this is going to be the buggiest damn book. And now I can't hear you.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
now I can.
What? Oh, fuck.
I saw you do the woo, but I didn't hear the woo.
Oh, okay.
Bear with us, people. Davis is in Arizona.
Yeah.
So, do you want to tell them what we're reading this week?
Yeah, folks, as always, thank you for joining us. This week's episode 194, and we're going to talk about Manifest Volume 6. As always, tell your friends, your family, anyone who wants to listen to two idiots talk about comics. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, and you can listen to us anywhere you get your podcasts. And as always, let's get into it.
Yep. And I think it's safe to say neither of us are having great days.
My day hadn't been terrible. I got rained out, so I've been sitting in the hotel since 12 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock.
I got bitched at by a customer.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that because I don't know how much I'm allowed to talk about work on this. So,
was it? All right, we can do this. Was it a justifiable bitching out, or was it just they wanted to bitch about being bitchy?
Both.
Ooh,
but it was a good time. Was reading Manifest Destiny,
Hell yeah.
Volume 6.
Woohoo!
You want to go and credit some people?
Yeah, you just kind of left.
That was the transition. There you go.
You usually transition a little bit easier. Either way. We got our writer, Chris Dingus, penciler and inker, Matthew Roberts, inker, Tony Atkins. Well, Matthew Roberts did pages 90, 104, 106, and 118. Colorist, Owen Gianni. Letterer, Pat Broussard. Associate editor, Ariel Basish. Editor, Sean Makowitz. And our cover art's by Matthew Roberts and Owen Gianni. So.
Yeah. A lot of stuff went down in this one.
Yeah, a lot of stuff went down, and yet we are still, with only 2 volumes to go, really far away from the coast, and still so many answers left.
I don't know where we're at.
I'm pretty sure we have not crossed the Rockies. Because I'm pretty sure they're in the plains.
I don't know. They just got...
They're in the plains of...
To me, it's like the last 2 volumes took
Minnesota,
like
Missouri.
Yeah, most of everything west of there is skippable, though. That's why they're called the flyover states. You ain't got a skippable.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, they even skipped... I mean, they kind of got to this point in... when the first group went out here. And then they just left... When they left the Sasquatch camp, they just left the camp. And went. I mean, they just pretty much flew through the Rockies. They didn't do anything.
Do we know what river they're following down?
Currently, I'm sure historically,
it's always been adjacent to the river.
I would say historically, you could probably go with the Ohio River.
Yeah.
But at some point, it meets the Mississippi and drops south, and you'll run out of river. I mean, there's rivers out there, but not really navigable. Because the idea of the whole idea of this mission was to find a navigable waterway from sea to sea. And
I thought it was just to clear monsters.
Well, the historically accurate story is they were trying to find a river from sea to sea, and then that's when they ran into. They had no idea the Rockies were a thing, so they ran into the Rockies, and they suddenly ended up in the deserts and found out like that's not possible. But yeah, this is clearing monsters, and again, they have no idea. Like they are to a point, like there is no real information past this other than a crazy lunatic that ran screaming
technically he made it
the Pacific, and then ran screaming back to the east. Yeah, no,
I feel like
they definitely have not made it across the Rockies because the Indians are on this side of the Rockies.
Yeah, and they showed him walking across the Rockies. There was no boat, so
yeah. Well, of course, there's no boat.
Yeah.
So I would assume they'll break camp. They'll jump the spring in the next episode. We'll break camp and we'll head towards the Rockies and climb the mountains.
I hope so. I just feel like the last 2 issues they took care of like 2 major story beats they were telling, because it was her being pregnant, which then they had a baby, and then they've been teasing a mutiny the last like I think this is volume 6, the last like 3. They've been
there's been
teasing
a mutiny rising for a while.
Yeah,
and of course it was a religious mutiny.
Yeah.
That's about the easiest way to take control is use religion as a weapon.
Especially when you're fighting monsters that you never thought you would see.
Yeah, that you literally call demons, so why not just bring God into it? So we're still stuck on the invisible arch that
I don't know
we
what
now
they're gonna do.
For 3 issues. This is the 3rd issue of it. What the hell are we going to do with it? Are they going to finally do something with it or not?
I'm starting to think there's 10 books, not 8.
Dude, I could have sworn there. I hope there's 10. If there's 10, then great.
It's bad for Ultimate Spider-Man, but yeah.
How many volumes of Manifest Destiny? There are 8. That is by him. Yeah, dude. The problem is, huh?
I guarantee, like at the very beginning of the next volume, they're just like, "Fuck it, we gotta leave."
Yeah.
Or what if it's a portal?
Well, that's also what I was thinking.
What if it's a portal to one of the? It might be a portal to one of the arches out west.
That's what I was.
Just be
that's
mighty
what
convenient.
I've been thinking this whole time is like that it's a portal that once like whoever the short midget guy that shoved his buddy air quote through, I would assume he's going to show up in the next episode and be like, "Hey, there's this massive ocean that I have no idea like what it is. I live. There's nothing on the other side. It's safe." And they're gonna walk through it. Yeah,
that'd be funny because like, what if that was their reasoning for the St. Louis Arch still being here?
This would be in the right location.
And then they just, instead of keeping it invisible, they put like a metal thing over it.
Ooh, dude, that'd be pretty sick. Did you lose me?
Then it technically would be a gate, like you called it.
Yeah.
What'd you think about them telling Miss Boniface, or what's her face? Finally giving her the whole plan.
Well, they gave her, I'd say, about 90% of the plan. I don't think they gave her everything, did they?
I feel like they gave her everything.
Oh,
she's getting too smart.
I mean,
they literally told her we're about to sacrifice this baby.
Yeah, I think you had to, for the pure fact of like she was causing so much trouble that if they continue not to tell her, she was going to end up leading a revolt or something of her own, or taking the child, or
I could see her
she was going to leave
or
do something that was going to end up being too detrimental to the plan. Because her and Sacagawea have become very, as much as Sacagawea doesn't show a whole lot of like love or affection, the two of them have very much connected.
Yeah. Did you read the part that was in French?
Yes.
I did not. I was like, you put that in a different language, I'm not fucking reading that.
Oh, well, at the end of the issue, it does it for you. It had
Where? Where?
At the very end of the issue.
The very back of the volume?
Yeah.
Oh, we established last episode. If it gets past that last issue, I ain't reading it.
It literally says to be continued, and then the next page is the transition.
I closed that shit out at to be continued.
It was the girl, the one that ends up killing the one-legged guy. It's pretty much her thing of just saying like, I'm scared. I don't know what to do. I feel like I'm not really useful as much as this guy. Did he attack her before the fog or during the fog? I don't remember.
Before the fog. This is like back in like volume 2.
Oh, okay. That's why I don't remember. Because she was talking about, like, I assumed that he attacked her and tried to rape her or something.
Do you remember like the killer bees or whatever in volume 2?
Yeah.
Or it was like the giant mosquito or whatever in volume 2.
Yeah, but those.
I think Yeah, I think he thought she was hitting on him, but not really, or something. And
that's right.
then
Yeah,
he went to make a move, and then I think some bug or something got his leg. That or something bit him, and he ran into the frog, and the frog got his leg.
that's right. But
But
yeah,
they were all together.
Yep. And then, but he had tried to attack her, and
yeah,
he could not chase me that he had one. But yeah, but she goes on just saying like he got a leg, he's starting to be more useful. The group is turning with him.
Yeah,
they're forgetting like what he did to her. Pretty much a personal self monologue of like
I mean, that's
I'm
what I figured. The context clues.
And then of course the claws that Sacagawea had were a great way to kill him. I do love how they make Lewis and Clark so much like seem so smart, or not seem smart, but make them so smart in this of like, we know she killed him. Like you, like y'all can try to hide it as much as you want, but we know we're telling Boniface is like the girl killed her using Sacagawea's claws. So if y'all want to keep hiding shit, we'll hide more shit, or we'll take care of it. We'll string you up with everybody else.
Yeah, it's like, how did you not figure that out?
Yeah, but but it shows how different the two of them are than the two leaders from the first expedition that were so at odds with each other and really weren't. They weren't scientists. They weren't the smartest, but
because they're both telling the Spaniard dude to fuck off.
Yeah. So he was able to convince the preacher to take control, and kind of pushed him as the survivor. And then you find out Sacagawea just put a fucking axe in his goddamn a tomahawk through his fucking face. That was a great way to use the Indians to put everybody back in line.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I wonder who he's going to go after next, because he's going to be there the rest of the time. He's just going to follow him and pester somebody.
Who?
The ghost.
Oh yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean he's going to be there. He's going to be there pestering somebody.
Have they showed him like taking over somebody's body or anything? That wouldn't surprise me if he tried to do that.
Full on like poltergeist somebody.
We did find out that he could shapeshift today.
He shapeshift.
Or this past issue.
Yeah, he can shapeshift.
He tried to be a hot chick for the preacher guy.
No, for Lewis. It was at the very beginning when Lewis, because he was just him to the preacher.
Mm-hmm.
The preacher,
Pryor or whatever his name was.
Yeah, he just took everything in stride. Like, yeah, I'm the leader, I'll do it. And then when Jensen, the short guy, tries to go out and meet the Indians, trying to take
power. I'm so ready
for
that dude to die.
Dude, when he went to go take power, like, I'll go, I'll be the brave one. And then the ghost he says, I knew it was only a matter of time before this one tried to diminish your control. And that's when Pryor walked out instead and took the tomahawk to the face.
Yeah.
I am glad that the rest of the group, when Lewis and Clark do show back up, are like, nope, Jensen was the one, like, he was secondhand. He was trying to, he was pushing us to keep going with Pryor and Alsjaw.
I can't believe it's taken us to like the volume 6, even though it's been off and on for like 2 years. But I'm just now like, oh, that I know that person's name and that person's name, and then that's that guy from that time.
Yeah, dude, I'm fucking horrible at names and shit. But then giving Sam, pretty sure it's Sam.
Yeah, Sam.
Yeah, giving him the opportunity to whip him because he knows how much he's been giving him hell.
Yeah.
And it just hits him once.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish he would have kept getting him. I was a little disappointed. But I get where he's coming from, I guess.
He makes a very good point. He's like, if I beat you bloody and raw to the bone, all they will see is the slave getting his revenge, and they'll never treat me like one of them. They'll just see in essence, it's like they'll see a dog be rewarded for being punished, and they'll never trust him again.
Mm-hmm. No, but it was a good issue. Very curious to see where it goes.
Yeah, this is York.
This is going to be our continuous for the next 2 months.
It's York, not Sam.
Damn. Yeah. I was thinking Holes.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. That's the vibes he's giving me, is that guy.
Oh, yeah. But,
you need to watch that movie again. It's a fun movie.
It is. But they've got a lot to, I think they've wrapped up and have brought it to a good head, but knowing where it needs to end. Like you got to think, they've got to get to the East Coast, do the sacrifice, or kill the demon.
The West Coast.
West Coast.
Yeah.
And then, of course, get back. I'm sure to get back and tell the president's going to be like 5 pages. I mean, they're just going to be like, all right, we killed the demon.
It's going to be a letter in the prologue.
Yeah, they kill the demon, and we're going to hit they're going to show them hit 2 or 3 locations on the way back, being happy and leaving people behind to start villages or settlements, and then show up to the president and give their spiel, which we know the spiel, though I'm sure they will alter it. Whatever happens, they're going to alter it.
Wait, we know the spiel?
Huh?
We know the spiel?
Well, I mean, we will know the spiel. We'll know the events that happened.
I was going to say the whole point of the book is they're making one journal for the public and one journal for the president.
Exactly. So, but I think even no matter what
we get the president one.
I don't think they're going to sacrifice the kid. I think they're going to kill the demon. But whatever they do, that's not what they tell the president. You get what I mean? Whatever happens, they're not going to tell the president the whole truth. They're going to be like, oh, yeah, we tore down X, Y, and Z arches. We killed so-and-so and so-and-so, but aren't going to leave out the fact that they did something else. Left Sacagawea alive somewhere and saying she died or something like that.
Yeah. I can see that. But, yeah, looking forward to the last 2 volumes.
Yeah.
Which, it's Quiz Week.
Woohoo! Quiz
Week. What are the current standings?
Current standings are I still owe you a book.
Yeah.
And I got, so you had cashed out in January. Then you asked me for February. And I got 2 correct, giving me $60.
So you're 65.
Yep. Okay. No. Is it 60 or 65?
I don't ever remember.
65.
Yeah. Okay. So, what are my categories?
I gotta get to them real quick because I actually did a good job and did them while I was just in here chilling. All right, so 1, 2, 3 are about the podcast.
Okay.
1 is about the haunting of Fabian Gray, and the other is about the wicked and the divine.
I'll risk one of them on the podcast ones.
Alrighty. You cool with me just picking one?
Are there subcategories for those?
All of them have to do with what a comic. 2 have to do with a comic, and 1 has to do with an artist.
Not the artist.
All right. What was the first non-Marvel or DC comic we did?
Are we counting?
Star Wars does not count.
Star Wars.
No, Star Wars.
Okay, so Star Wars we're counting as Marvel.
Correct.
Okay, that first week, I know we did Civil War. We did Darth Vader. I don't remember what the DC was. East to West.
Final answer?
Yeah.
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 Fuck. Shit, I should have. I had up on there what was our first DC, and I wasn't going to do it, because I figured
it
was Justice League, one of the Justice League.
We didn't. I bet you it was just the New 52 Justice League, though.
I think so.
Yeah. That's where I thought. I was like, that feels like we did that later.
Yeah, it does, but it was the second issue we ever did.
Yeah,
and East to West was episode number 4. Didn't realize that was our first.
I almost said Manifest Destiny. I was like, that's not it.
It was the second, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We like weird westerns.
I know.
Right, I'll take the other non-artist one.
What was the second continuous comic we did? Wait, hold on. What? You want the artist or the comic? Well, I guess I started
Not
the question.
The artist.
Okay, what was the second continuous comic we did?
We'll do. Dun, 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 dun. Between.
You know what the first
one was? We didn't do East to West, even though I know you wanted to do.
You know what the first one was?
Yeah.
And it is?
The first one was Darth Vader.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm between two. I'm pretty sure it was Donny Cates' Venom. But then there's also the Fables. But I'm pretty sure we didn't do Fables until after we read the first Fables and then like a few months after that. So I'm going to say Donny Cates' Venom.
Final answer?
Yeah.
Wrong. Batman, Court of Owls.
We didn't do that as a two-parter?
It was continuous. I mean, that was what?
Like we didn't do them back-to-back?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, no. We did it 1 month and then 1 month.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
we weren't doing two-parters. We weren't doing two-parters at that time.
Yeah, I got you. That makes sense. I knew it was like, I don't know.
I do believe Fables. Okay. I do believe either Venom or Fables was the next one.
Yeah, I think it was Venom.
I think it was Venom too, because that was when we went on our weird
Venom
Donny Cates
forever,
run. Because we went on our weird Donny Cates run. We did Venom. Then we did.
we tried to do like every tie-in with it.
Every tie-in. We did crossover. It was.
Yeah.
We went a little too hard. We tried to do Thor in there too.
Yeah. Okay.
You're one of two. One more to go.
So Wicked and Divine, and what else?
The Haunting of Fabian Gray.
I'll do The Haunting of Fabian Gray.
Name one of the 5 ghosts from The Haunting of Fabian Gray.
Oh, Sherlock Holmes. Or I think they called it a detective.
Yeah, fuck.
Yeah. No, that was almost one of your questions. I was like, that's too easy. Because it was the detective, the archer, the vampire, the samurai. Archer, detective, vampire, samurai.
Just think of the fit. What else fits in that genre of characters?
Yeah, just classical.
Not that genre, but
just the classical characters.
Yeah, like think of like a classic like character that would
Knight?
Like the archer,
The Knight? I don't know. I can't remember that one.
No, the Knight would be the samurai.
Oh yeah. I don't remember what the last one was.
Wizard.
Oh, Wizard. Yeah.
Yeah. Like magicians and.
I remember when we first read that, we were like, I wonder, because we know it's Sherlock, we know it's Dracula and Robin Hood, and then we just couldn't. We're like, what samurai and what wizard are they referencing?
Well, see, I always wondered if the wizard wasn't from the King Arthur. You know, King Arthur always had a.
Oh yeah. That's gonna bug me. I can't remember his name.
The most iconic wizard,
Gandalf.
No, that's
Lord of Harry Potter.
Merlin.
Oh my god, Merlin. Yes,
Merlin the magician. Yeah. And then the samurai, I'm sure, is some old lore samurai thing. No, I really did think you were gonna forgotten the haunting, the way the character, just the breakdown of them.
No, because I love the premise. They just did not take their time with it. And I was like, what are we doing here?
No, and that was it was only one volume too, wasn't it?
I want to say there was a second volume. It wasn't. I was like, if y'all are gonna speed through the story like this, which that's the same guy that helped co-write Eris's from Valiant or Variant.
Oh, really?
He helped co-wrote that Astonishing Times. And Astonishing Times, they just sped through that story. I was like, y'all are writing this like y'all know y'all only got one volume.
Yeah. It's like, God, like, look, like, you got to leave some teasers. Give us something like, well, you got to have some teasers. You can't have like the whole book be like, well, fuck, what does half of this mean?
Like, don't do Winds of New Masera where you just completely establish something cool and never come back to it. But
I just
do something.
Man, that book.
I saw something on Reddit that guy apparently just specializes in like doing volume ones and then trying to sell off the property.
So it's going to get probably like selling it to Image or
if
DC.
anyone buys it. If anyone buys it. I'm like, I think you legit have a hit on your hands, and you're just gonna try to take an easy cash out.
Like, I was scrolling through looking at quizzes today for you.
Yeah.
Like, I saw that there. I'm like, dude, man, I want volume 2.
I know.
Like, fuck.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
All right, so you have tied. Well, you got 2 of 3. What would you like to do?
I've thought about this a lot today. Because on one hand, I am technically waiting on a book.
You are.
And so I could just on principle, if you do really well in your next one, be like, well, guess what? You're not getting it until I get mine.
Well, of course.
But then I realized, I was like, I'm getting my tax return back. And would I rather spend that on a book for you once you eventually do buy the book? Or would I rather spend that on a book for me? So I think I'm going to cancel you out. Even though I said I'm not going to.
I figured that would have been that was the correct move in my opinion.
Yeah, because I already pre-ordered the Death of Ultimate Spider-Man, which news on that front for people that have been following along with our Ultimate Spider-Man omnibuses. In the near mint condition review of Death of Ultimate Spider-Man omnibus,
okay,
he talked to the person that I guess he knows over at Marvel. He said there's plans for Volume 5. But that's not all that's all he could say. He couldn't say how much overlap there was going to be. He couldn't say when it was going to come out, just that they are planning for Volume 5.
Okay, so, and we're talking about overlap into Miles Morales's or overlap into
just Death? So you've got Volume 4 coming out later this year. And then...
Okay. So this volume is different.
I think if you technically just went by issue number, the Death of Ultimate Spider-Man would happen in or around Volume 5. Or like in Volume 5 is what would have happened. It would have happened in Volume 5.
Okay.
And so, but if you took it how they did it, where there's a Volume 4 and then a omnibus just called Death of Ultimate Spider-Man.
Well, how big is the Death of Spider-Man going to be?
You can go look on Near Mint Conditions YouTube. He had a video review of it, and he puts it next to all the other ones.
Yeah.
But he said if you do it to where you get Volume 4 and then just Death of Ultimate Spider-Man, and then jump to the Miles Morales one, there are issues left out.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So then the volume.
There is going to be. Basically, he said there is a plan for Volume 5. They just don't know how much they're going to overlap or include in it.
So I would assume there's going to. So I don't have the videos up with me. So what are we talking about? Like half the size, full size?
I couldn't. I don't remember off the top of my head.
Oh, okay.
And I don't want to pull up the entire video right here.
No, that's the same.
But it is out there. Also, go subscribe to their channel. It's really good.
Well, of course, they're awesome. But
yeah. Okay. I think the Death of Ultimate Spider-Man omnibus has a bunch of tie-ins they did with it, though. So.
Oh, okay. So
it may just be that story art without all the tie-ins.
Okay. All right. And then finish off the stories that they missed.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. So we should be. So that'll make 6 total Ultimate Spider-Man volumes. You've got your 5, and then the death.
Yeah, 5 in death.
And then 2 Miles.
It's just the Peter Parker part, and then
Yes.
the first 2 Miles Morales ones. The first one is technically back when it was still Ultimate Spider-Man.
Correct.
The second one is after that event we don't like to talk about. But it is still written by Michael Bendis, so I included it in mine. Which I think technically Miles Omnibus Volume 3 is out, but it's not written by Michael Bendis, so I'm just not getting it.
Yeah.
I just wanted his 18-year run.
Yeah, because my God, did he have a run?
Yeah.
Can you imagine being such a good writer that you went from writing the normal Peter Parker, kill him off, and then they go, "Hey, you're doing so good. Write Miles Morales after you kill Peter Parker, and just keep going until we tell you."
Technically, it was an alternate universe. They pretty much gave him free reign, and he was just like, "I'll do this."
Well, yeah, but still, it's just like even after, it's like, just keep going.
Yeah, and probably since Harley Quinn, probably the most well accepted like new character since Harley Quinn in the Batman 90s animated show.
Miles Morales?
Yeah, I would say.
Oh yeah. I would say that. I'd say he's my favorite new character. In the last, I guess, 30 years. Because I mean, everything else is back from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, and they just rebrand them every decade or two.
Yeah.
So, would you like to know your other 2 questions that would have probably been other than the harder ones? All right. I'll start with the Wicked and the Divine. Do the gods in Wicked and the Divine come from the same mythology?
I don't know. I didn't like that book very much. I would say so.
Yes, sir.
I would say they're all Greek or Roman, whatever.
No.
So yeah, no.
No. You have Lucifer as like the main character, then you get
what
they call the Pantheon, and then there's a Viking. I put it in there. It was a 50-50 question. It was a true or false, pretty much.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I was going to ask you like who's the main character.
I missed the Lucifer. That was on me, but I was like, I thought it was all.
I thought it was. I thought it was Pantheon, all true. So. I was like, oh well, here's an easy one to get him from being skunk because he's not gonna. I knew you weren't gonna pick it in your 3, so I was like, oh yeah, they're all the same, and so I'll give it to him as a keep him. That was a trap
to get me to go for 5. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the other one?
Who is the first author that we read a second story by? And I think
I have to be. Are we counting the continuous as 2 separate stories?
Well,
that would technically be the guy who did Darth Vader.
Well,
we did 2 volumes.
I remember looking. Now that I reread the question, I remember asking myself that question, going like Darth Vader or so and so, 2 different story arcs. But I gave the answer as Charles Soule with Darth Vader, Lord of the Sith, as the continuous, which.
I'm glad you did. If we did it the other way, then who would it be?
I know that the other way is what I was going for, and then as I was looking it up, my brain went to, oh well, there's Charles Soule twice. That's who it was.
Now that we did this, I don't remember what the second week did we do Black Widow that early?
Second week of what?
The show, or second month of the show.
Month? Yeah, there was 1 month that we did some weird. We did the Teen Titans one.
I don't think we repeat until we get to Donny Cates, then possibly.
Possibly, and again, I'm glad.
Even then, that's continuous. So where does that count?
Well, did we read a different Donny Cates story and then read that?
No.
Oh.
It might be Scott Snyder.
Could be Snyder. But see,
I guarantee it was probably Brian K. Vaughan. We've read so much of his stuff.
We have read a lot of his
stuff. I don't know. That's an interesting question. I'm not going to look it up, but yeah.
No. Though you didn't know the name, I would have given you a 50-50.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you knew it was the Dark. Yeah, our second month was Blade, Red Hood, Vader, Manifest.
Oh, Blade. That was not great.
Yeah, it's one of the highest viewed videos we have.
Yeah, because we timed it around the announcement of the Blade movie.
With 114 views.
Yeah.
Craven, the Ninja Turtles, Batman, Fables. That was month 3. Oh, Black Widow.
I don't think we've seen any right. I don't think we've heard any route
yet. We did that stupid Wonder Woman one after the Wonder Woman episode that'll never air.
Yeah, I can't believe people like that book.
Superman Red Sun.
There's a good chance it's Brian K. Vaughan.
It could be. Because the Black Widow, the Teen Titans Judas Contract, Court of Owls, 100 Bullets, Fantastic Four, Shazam. God, I forgot we did a Shazam one.
Oh, that would be it then. Because that Shazam, that volume of Shazam in real life was in the back of the Justice League comics. So it was the Justice League we read month 1 was written by Jeff Johns, and so was that Shazam.
Oh, okay.
So Jeff Johns.
Okay.
Canceled by DC.
Jesus. Yeah, so that was
He's the one that the cyborg guy said was racist.
Yeah. So that means we did an artist from episode 2 at episode 23.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
For people that weren't super we don't expand a whole lot until we started doing the show.
Yeah. Now, don't ask us how many times we've done Donny Cates, Brian K. Vaughan, Michael Bendis, and
Donny Cates is like 10.
Yeah, you asked me this last time.
I had a question. Donny Cates and Scott Snyder were 10, and the guy Robert Kirkman was 9.
Yeah,
but I think Brian K. Vaughan might beat them more.
I thought Bendis and Vaughan.
Bendis, I think we've only done a handful of, like the Ultimate Spider-Mans, that weird one we didn't like.
That was a.
Oh, we read Powers by him.
The what?
We read Powers written by him.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll have to come up with a draft because neither of us have the jar.
Well, I've got our draft list, the possibles that we.
Yeah. You want to read some fun ones you like?
Do what?
You want to read some fun ones you like?
Actors or actress movies starred in or acted in to watch for the rest of your life.
Okay.
So an actor or actress.
Yeah.
Period. Just that actor or actress that you would watch.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can only watch the movies they've ever been in for the rest of your life.
Yeah, we can do that one.
Do you just want to do that one?
If you want to keep going. But I already have like 2 answers in my
head. Most depressing meals to eat. Songs to play at your funeral.
God,
Best movie trilogy series.
That's also a fun one.
Cartoon kids shows. Cartoon/kid shows we were too old for but think we would love. And then
I have a couple answers for that. I say either the first one or the trilogy or the too old for.
Let's do the actor actresses. I think I can hit that one pretty good.
I'll say I already got like 3 answers for that. So.
Yeah, it's not going to be the hardest one.
Yeah. So that'll be next week though. Next week when we read Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yeah.
Back in some manga.
Woohoo!
I'm curious to see how you like that one.
All right.
So we will see y'all next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.